Climate change is a worldwide concern and is affecting different areas in different ways. For example, a heavier rainfall, lack of rainfall, hotter temperature, or cooler temperature. Today we will be telling you about what the effects of different climates would have on the mold growth in our community. To easily see the different climate effects, we have prepared an experiment. We contained blocks of cheese in 4 different environments and observed the mold growth of each block. The first block, Block A, was set in a cool climate, the refrigerator. The second block, Block B, was set in a warmer climate, by a home heating source. Block C was put in a dry climate. We tried to replicate this by using silica gel, which absorbs moisture. In the final block, Block D, we tried to replicate a moist climate by putting a small dish of water with the block. We let each block sit in the environment for about a 2-week period and observed the mold growth. Some of the materials used were cardboard, wood sticks, clear tape, plastic baggies, cheese, silica packages, a small dish, water, a refrigerator, and a box space heater. In the results, we found that on Block A, the refrigerated block, no mold accumulated on the cheese. We found that on the Block B, the heated cheese, there grew a substantial amount of mold, especially when compared to the first block. We can see from this that the characteristics that mold needs to survive is a warmer climate compared to a colder climate. This is obvious because absolutely no mold grew on the refrigerated cheese. What we observed on Block C was most surprising. This block of cheese with the silica gel grew the most mold, not only on it but also around the cheese. Hyphae and spores were also visible, where Block D, the block with the dish of water, grew a large amount of mold, but not as substantial as Block C. Overall, based on the results received from this test, the best climate for mold growth is warm and dry. We can see this because the extensive growth in this climate when compared to its opposite factor. But I know this to be untrue. Because of the research and comparisons to other projects, we know that the ideal climate for mold growth is a warm and wet climate. But why might the cheese with the silica grow more mold than all of the other blocks? There are several possibilities that could have affected the greater growth of mold. The first is that the container may have been exposed to more mold spores than any of the other containers during the building process. I was led to believe this because of the excessive mold growth on the cardboard. Second, the cheese itself may have been exposed to more mold spores during the measuring and cutting process. And finally, the silica gel package could have transferred fungal spores because it was exposed to many areas and people before the experiment as well. Overall, the most likely cause of the odd growth pattern would be that the block of cheese had a larger exposure to fungal spores than any of the other blocks.